The Cheeseboy628 Show, starring Cheeseboy628.
Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is Cheeseboy628 here today giving you an OU to your Pokemon Showdown battle. You may recognize my team here being my classic Sun team of Specs, Ninetales, Life Orb, Mamoswine, Physically Defensive Support Fortress, Life Orb Specially Oriented Venusaur, Sash Dug Trio, and Calm Mind Fully Physically Defensive Latias. Now looking at my opponent's team, he has some kind of sand team. It's definitely pretty cool looking at that T-Tar and Terrakion, but they're not really the ones I'm worried about. Honestly, the one I'm most fearing is that Latias, because if it starts setting up, I'm definitely going to be nervous about that, so as long as my Latias sets up before his, I should be fine. Let's see how this battle goes. So I started with my Fortress just to get some hazards up, as it'll be very nice to add pressure to his team since he doesn't have a spinner, but his D9 actually carries the Fire Punch. So I have to be careful now, as I want to keep my Fortress as death fodder. I want to see if this thing is banded or not. I am going to take the Fire Punch very nicely for being max HP, max defense, and I am going to predict the T-Tar now and go into Dug Trio. I'm going to go for the EQ, and I am adamant. Unfortunately, I do not kill. But he actually decides to go for the rocks here, so I'm able to keep my Sash intact. Only thing is, Fortress is gone now, so I'm also at -1 from that Intimidate, so I might as well do as much damage as possible, honestly. So I'm going to go for the Stone Edge, do a little bit on that Lando T, but it's not a big deal. And he just goes for the Extreme Speed here and finishes me off. But the D9's multiscale is broken, and the Ice Shard is going to be very nice to add some damage to his team. Turns out, he actually stays in. I thought he'd switch out to preserve his D-Knight, but unfortunately, that is not the case. So now I'm going to have to sack my Fortress and go into Latias to take the E-Speed rather well, and also potentially taking these opportunities to set up some Calm Minds. He does crit me, but thankfully I do go for the recover that turn, and I might as well recover again so I can get back to nearly full. And then I could potentially take an opportunity to set up a Calm Mind or two, but the thing is, Sandstorm is wearing him down, which normally would be good, but now I just have no opportunities to actually set up a Calm Mind, so I'm not really ready for what I'm about to face. He brings in his Lando T, and I'm not really scared of it honestly since I'm max HP, max defense. He ends up going for the U-turn, which actually does a lot more than I expected, but I do recover off all of that damage, and it brings in his Rotom Wash. And its dual stab doesn't hurt me, so I'm not really worried about it, but I do want to see what it's going to do. Turns out it goes for the Signal Beam, and so I'm not at enough HP that I'm feeling pretty safe about actually surviving a Signal Beam, so I'm going to see if min-max is going to be nice to me, and maybe have a chance to go for a Calm Mind, and be able to actually take a Signal Beam, and potentially sweep the rest of his team, but that's going to take a little bit of a stall war here, and eventually I'll get to enough HP. Here I go for the Calm Mind, and it turns out it's enough to save me from that Signal Beam, so this is definitely looking nice for me now, because now I'm free to get off a recover, and hope that I can take a U-turn from that Lando T from this range. It's going to be pretty close judging from last one. He actually goes for the Stone Edge, interestingly enough, and I'm just going to recover off all that damage. And now, since he's probably choice banned and judging by all that damage, I'm probably going to be able to recover stall until he runs out of Stone Edges or he misses. So he's going to Stone Edge again, and he's probably hoping for a crit as well, because that would be able to just take me out easy, but he hasn't been able to do such, and now he finally switches out and goes into his Latias. And I'm just going to recover here. Unfortunately, if I predicted that, that would have been so nice, but that will not be the case. He has the opportunity to go for the Draco here, that's really his only option, and I might as well sack my Ninetales here. I mean, I already won the Weather War, so I might as well do that so I can get a free switch into my Venusaur. He actually decides to stay in and goes for the Draco, which does a really huge amount of damage. It is Specs, so it's only -1, but still. I go for the Sludge Bomb, trying to do as much damage as possible. Turns out he just sacks his Rotom Wash. Now, I should have seen this coming, honestly, that he was just trying to bait me to go for the Sludge Bomb and just get some more Life Orb recoil, but unfortunately, I didn't really see it coming. I just wanted to play it safe. I still got some kills. But yeah, now I'm in a range where a Scarf, Timid Keldeo is able to outspeed and definitely take me out. So I'm just going to go right into Latias, and instead of going for the Calm Mind or the Psyshock or anything, I'm going to go right for the D-Pulse knowing he'd switch out. So, now he brings in Keldeo again, and he goes for the HP Ice. It does a decent amount, but I do go for the Calm Mind, and there's no way this HP Ice is going to take me out. I go for the Psyshock, and that'll be it. Except he crits me. And I just need to hope I can live this HP Ice and take him out with the EQ. Can I please do it? Please, Mammo! No! Why must you take away my hopes and dreams, Caldeo? But yeah, guys, that was a fun match for sure. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, sub, and until later, peace.